What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 51 of Fight Geeks Podcast.
We're
yes,
back.
You heard us right.
Fight
51.
Fight
Geeks. Episode 51. We're in the 50s.
We're in the 50s, guys. We missed last week after we had a banger episode, banger live.
Yeah,
Shout out if you guys were in the
We were
live.
both doing some... Oh, shit. We were both doing some stuff last weekend, which was pretty sick. We were just traveling a little bit.
Yeah, exclusive
and there was no fights. Yeah, if you're on our broadcast channel, you saw what we was doing. You saw what we was doing. But listen, last week, no fights.
Woo.
So it kind of worked out perfectly that we couldn't make a podcast.
Yeah, so there was no fights last week.
I'm going to be honest. We took a little hiatus, and the fans were there, bro.
Yeah, they were. Bryce
we
Mitchell,
gained like a
out.
K off the hiatus. It's like,
shout
thank
out
you.
Bryce Mitchell.
Even though, like, realistically, like, yes, the followers are super motivating and dope. Forget the motivation. I'm just consistent.
We're just here.
You know what I mean? Consistency is key. 51 podcasts. If that doesn't tell you about consistency is key, I don't know what will.
We started at 1. Think about that.
Yeah, this is what I have to tell to everyone watching this. If you like a thing, if you want to just have a hobby, have something to do.
You cooking?
You don't need a camera. You don't even need a microphone. It took us, 20 episodes to get mics?
Right.
I mean, we could have obviously balled out at start, but we didn't have to.
We
got my little laptop. The laptop microphone from, like, PlayStation 3.
With the old chair that you used to brought.
And then we had...
And then
the one thing we did get
that
was nice was the camera.
The camera?
But you don't need a camera. You literally can use an iPhone.
Gannon...
Use an iPhone, turn on your lights. Literally, dude, I had a camping chair? What chair did you have? Your gaming chair. And Crimmy had like a kitchen chair. It doesn't matter what chairs you have. It doesn't matter anything. If you want to start a podcast, get your phone. Talk about what you like for like 20 minutes. Post it and just see what happens. Even if you're getting 0 viewers, you're still just getting to talk. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of just what's been going on, like, with like podcasting. Like, I really like to do this, bro.
Yeah, and honestly, it's been a ride. We're learning as we go.
Making clips too.
And in 25 years from now, maybe we own the UFC.
Yeah, once Dana White retires.
So you never know.
Maybe we'll step up.
You never know. You never know, but we will be somehow incorporated with the fight game. Somehow.
One day, yeah.
We're going to be in there. Whether we do own the UFC or whether we're the number one reporter on the UFC.
Speaking on the fight game, obviously we went over the news that was covered. UFC has been low-key dry recently.
It's been dry.
Like after they announced Yuri versus Pereira, Patty, it's been dry. Like, obviously they can't be doing those bangers all the time. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just
what they should do is, like,
it was honestly dry.
What they should do is spread it out better. You know, because like I do love the Dana White lives where he comes out of nowhere and shocks us with like 8 crazy fights. He's been doing that for a little bit now. Like the past 6 months, I honestly love the lives. But when it's this many fights of this caliber, I would wait
all in one day.
If I'm him, because the next card already has Costa and Chimaev and Islam and Olivera, and then the 295, John Jones and Stipe sold it itself. If I'm him, I would have waited till, like you said, right about now, where it's been like a little bit dry. Right now would have been the perfect week to drop Pereira.
Literally
right now would have been perfect to drop Pereira and Yuri on us, and I would have been like, oh my god. And then another week when things settle down, go Leon Colby. But then again, you could drop the bomb and just
even Pantoja.
Even the big news is cool, but then that's what's going to happen.
Batty Tony, Batty Tony, like
Brandon Raw Dog Royval is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's good, and that's on the co-main event of Edwards versus Covington. So that's sick.
I'm not too mad about the UFC just dropping it all, but it would be cool.
I actually have a very good topic we could talk about that happened over the last week. So Islam Makhachev, he's kind of doing some press now for the upcoming fights.
You think
if Covington beats Edwards, Makhachev wants to move up to welterweight to fight Covington and test their wrestling.
I think this is Islam just, being like a standard fighter, and what you should say is, I'm not scared to fight anyone. I'll fight Colby, but never actually do it. Why would you almost lost
to do it if he
just because it would really save his legacy, because right now I'm saying every time someone brings Khabib up and him, I'm like, Islam's no Khabib. Like,
not yet.
Islam has been knocked out. He arguably Khabib never lost a round besides that one round that he arguably lost against Conor and still submitted him that fight. But besides the point, Khabib never lost a round. We're seeing Islam with that Volk fight. That exposed him a little bit. And I say it every time to this day. So you almost lost to a smaller guy, which, he's the best in the world, but Colby's also arguably one of the best welterweights ever. So you're going to go up and fight someone that's heavier.
Dude,
when you almost lost to the smaller guy. And listen, I think Colby's a better grappler than Volk. And Volk was able to out-grapple Islam at some point. So I just don't think that's a good matchup. But if Islam does do that and go out there and beat Colby, that would raise his legacy tremendously compared to what happened in the Volk fight. Just saying.
Dude, so this is my...
But he's got to get past Olivera.
This is my take on this. So Islam, right, he kind of flew through the lightweight to get his title shot. Like, he really wasn't touched.
He fought trash cans,
right? Do you want to know the crazy thing? He really wasn't touched until Volk.
That's what I mean.
Says something.
Well,
like, what is good?
He skipped half the freaking top 5. He didn't fight Poirier. He didn't fight Gaethje.
And Beneil
fight
Dariush backed out, so he got Bobby Green title shot. So it's like... So you just kind of have to work with that, you know what I mean?
He kind of just needs to defend against the rest of the top 5. Like, low-key, I would have been chill if the Olivera rematch didn't happen. I would like to see a fight like Poirier, Gaethje, Chandler. But now, we got Olivera too. But now, like, who's the next lightweight after this? Gaethje, they're saying?
There's like, Gamrot, who's getting magical wins, and he might actually end up... He's a backup now.
Maybe run Gamrot versus Gaethje in term, and then that could
be sick. Let the champ fight welterweight.
Let Volk fight after this. Because Volk's fight's going to be in January. If Olivera wins, he's taking a break. He's been so active. Already became champion. Lost the belt. Just fought freaking Islam. If Olivera win or lose, he's got to take a break after this. Then Islam, obviously, I think if Islam wins, it sets up a rematch with Volk no matter what. And I don't know. Or go up and fight welterweight if Volk doesn't want to.
I would want to see him definitely fight welterweight because he like just makes 155.
I know, that's what I mean. Volk said
Same with Khabib.
Volk said they
just made 155.
Yeah, which is risky because then you would leave your chin a little bit.
Yeah,
but your power, but your strength. So I don't know.
I don't know. That's some kind of interesting stuff because like Islam Makhachev, he's taken a long break, like February to now.
His last fight was Volk.
Yeah, it's a pretty long break. Doesn't that not feel like that long ago?
I saw a clip of Dana where he's like, whenever Volk wants to come up to lightweight and do it, he's got it. Like, he guaranteed him title shot when Volk wants. But this is a statistic I think you saw, and you might have heard about. But so fighters between like women's, like the lightest women's, all the way up until the one before light heavyweight. What's that? Welterweight?
Middle.
So all those divisions. Now, light heavyweight and heavyweight actually tend to have older champions. It's like a weird thing where like, if you're old and big, like, you're low-key tend to be better than the younger guys. Yeah. But I think that's changing with this generation with fighters like Tom Aspinall, even Ngannou, even though he's not, his grappling is so below
he's kind of young.
That's what I mean. So all these up-and-coming heavyweights that are, like, fast and scary, like Tom Aspinall, it's going to be scary to see the heavyweights now. But anyway, back to my statistic. So from all the way from the lightest division to the middleweight division, fighters that are 35 in championships are, like, 0 in 30. Or, no, 2 in 30. Title fight wins past the age of 35 or older, and those 2 wins coming from Tyron Woodley. Every other fighter, 35 and older, has lost. Usman, when he turned 35, that's when Leon knocked him out.
That's wild. It's a curse.
Is he? It's a weird fucking thing, bro. It is. It happens every time.
How old is he? Like 34?
I think he's 34. So he's so basically something happens at that age, 34, 35, where your body just immediately declines because the human male actually doesn't peak until 30, 33, 34, but 35 must be the cutoff age. So we're going to see those 2 wins coming from Tyron Woodley, mind you, were like 5-6 years ago or whatever, probably even longer. Yeah, and every other fighter that has turned 35 or just older has lost. Now, on the other hand, the light heavyweight and fucking heavyweight division is like 40-year-old champ, Glover, 42, fucking Jan, 40.
John Jones,
36. So those boys just have that theory totally debunked. But in the younger guys, 2 and like 35 is a crazy stat. Bro. So we're going to see what happens here with Volk against Ilya. A lot of people are counting. I'm just not seeing it yet. I don't think a fighter falls off like that. It's never really like...
Yeah, Ilya is sharp, but I don't know. Volk is...
Dude, I think Yair Rodriguez, even though he's got a loss to a lot of bigger names like Holloway, I think his fight style was probably the best to actually beat Volk. It was just crazy.
Yeah. Coming
at you with the flying knees, spinning heel kicks. It also got the
best of him.
That's what I mean. So
I don't know. You can take it how you want with that.
I don't know how Ilya is going to beat him. I don't know. Volk's
did you see Bilal Muhammad? So he's honestly a little bit pissed off about Leon versus Covington. So he's like, all right. So I guess there's like some Usman fight talks with him. He's like, this was his explanation to if he fought Izzy. So he was like, all right, or if he fought Usman. He's like, so all right, I fight Usman, right? If I fight Usman, first off, he's like, I want championship money.
Right.
And then he said, and that should make me the GOAT, right?
I know, that's funny.
Better than Kamaru Usman, better than GSP. Because 10 wins in a row, to top it off with Kamaru Usman will be nice.
But don't forget, he lost to Leon Edwards. They called it a no contest.
Yeah, he was counting Leon on his definitely on his record for sure.
It was
GOAT. He's like, I should be the GOAT.
It was round 2. Leon eye poked him. It was a no contest, but Leon was dominating that first round. Like absolutely, like just it was like there was just stand up and Leon was just picking him apart. It was early round 2 though, so the fight was far from over. But Bilal did quit after the eye poke. Bisping fought blind. I'm just saying. So
yeah, I definitely think Bilal needs next.
I think Bilal should just fucking sit out. What is he doing? Why?
He needs
don't
next.
even talk. Dana, did you see the clip of Dana like saying Bilal has a fight? Bilal has a fight booked.
Is it
Bilal
Usman?
did not deny it. He did not go out and deny it, but he also was the words he was using made it seem like he didn't have a fight yet. But Dana said he had a fight yet, but he did not deny it. And I feel like, he would have denied it if he didn't have a fight.
Deny.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, did you see the news? Derek Brunson. He actually had a fight booked for I think either 295 or 296, and then all of a sudden the fighter just got removed, and then UFC roster watch said fighter removed Derek Brunson. People are like, okay, well, good luck in retirement. Derek Brunson didn't really say anything about it. Next thing you know, he's signing up for the $1 million tournament. It was supposed to be light heavyweight. I think that news was tricked out or something because the actual thing he's fighting in middleweight, and his first fight is against the champion. So
and he has a really good chance of winning. Probably
this is just gonna expose.
Oh, yo, guess what's tonight? A little historic moment for MMA. Bellator 300. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the biggest Bellator fan.
All I know is was supposed to be.
I think I just won $15.
Bobby Green won
by knockout in the first. Let's
Bobby
go.
Green?
Let's go.
Bread. How much did you bet?
Only like $5.
He was like a +3. Can you go to Twitter?
I had a parlay.
Go to Twitter. Let's watch this after you see if you made out.
Let's go, dude. I just did less fighting time. They had it estimated at 20. I said Bobby Green less. This dude less. First round.
Wait, Bobby Green just knocked that dude out.
$15. Let's go.
Bobby Green knocked him out. Go to Twitter.
X. It's X. Just beat the number 10 ranked lightweight by knockout. By knockout.
Did you run Bobby Green versus Drew Dober too?
Oh, here it is.
Wait, whoa. What was it? A straight, just a classic, or a left, yeah, straight. Right.
He said this is Bob Ngannou.
Let's run that back one more time. It was a straight down the pipe. Oh, wait, what was the other guy trying to do? Oh shit, my bad. What was the other dude trying to do, real quick? Run it back. What was he trying to throw at Bobby? Oh, straight of his own. I don't know. Jab. Guys, Bobby Green just...
this will be on our Instagram once we
get this sets up Drew Dober versus Bobby Green, too. To see who should get back in the rankings first. Like, they both suck. Or they both don't suck. They lose against high-level competition. But Drew Dober knocked him out. I want to see this fight ran back. Because Body Green's been starching everyone.
I'm 2 for 2 on in UFC bets.
Let's go. Let's go. I can't believe Bobby was... Dude, when I saw the odds...
Let's go, Bobby.
I was like, how are they counting?
Dude, anyone who was like, who you got? I was like, I got Dawson, but I'm rooting for Bobby Green. Like...
No, you never say that. You always say who you want.
True. I should
and just commit. It's kind of like the Jake Paul thing. The one time I didn't commit, he lost. The one time I didn't commit.
But guys, I think that's honestly, it's gonna wrap it up for episode 51. There wasn't a fight last week.
Yeah, guys. So
next week there's another fight night, but I think 2 weeks is predictions.
You ladies all right?
Oh, we got Ngannou Fury to talk about next week.
Oh yeah,
that's coming up. So
wait, time out. Let's get on that real quick, just for like 2 minutes. I want to talk about how
a preview to the podcast about.
So that. I'm all cool with the Ngannou fight. I haven't seen much promotion of it. I've seen things here and there, but boxing sucks at promoting nowadays, and they're still going out there to make $50 million each. But who cares? Not the point.
Again, that oil money.
Fury signed his fight with Usyk 3 months after the Ngannou fight. Crazy balls on the guy. That's almost disrespectful to Ngannou because you're basically saying you have no chance. I don't think I'm going to take any damage.
That's also a huge risk if Ngannou
this is huge.
Hurts him.
Exactly. Let's say he hurts his hand just by punching him too hard. He gets knocked out. He just doesn't. He takes a beating. Who knows? I don't know. He's just seeing right past Ngannou. I think it's personally fucking baller. It could backfire, but if it works out, it's going to be pretty dope. But like I said, he signed the fight with Usyk. Now, here's what I want to say. That fight is, they have a rematch clause on both ends. So whoever loses can ask for a rematch. But now here's this. The owners that sanction the IBF world title, who Usyk currently has, one of his 4 belts is the IBF. The first fight is for all the belts. It's going to be undisputed. That person will have every single heavyweight title in every boxing promotion. And now, if they rematch, if like, let's say Fury knocks him out, and Usyk decides to take that rematch, they're going to strip Fury of the IBF belt. The owners of the IBF belt saying,
"Oh my God,
no, we're stripping it. We're making a mandatory fight." Because there's a mandatory, they do mandatories in title elimination boxing. The guy that's been mandatory for this IBF title has been sitting out forever trying to fight it. So since he's the mandatory, but boxing would rather make the undisputed, but if they take the rematch, they're gonna strip just the one belt out of like the six, and then it won't be undisputed anymore. So let's say Fury wins all the belts, and then Usyk takes the rematch. They're gonna strip it, and then let's say Usyk wins, he doesn't even get to be called undisputed because that other guy has the belt. But and theoretically, the winner of that fight should automatically fight that guy who has that belt to try and become undisputed.
That's insane,
again.
bro.
But isn't that weird?
Thanks for the facts. Like you just enlightened me about this. That's insane.
So it's very strange what's going on. And on top of that, Fury's
Can I put that in UFC terms for someone?
Yeah.
So let's say Justin Gaethje wins the title and he has the BMF.
Oh yeah.
And the UFC belt. And this is the rule: he goes to fight Islam. If Islam wins, he keeps the BMF. That's basically what that is, right?
No, it's basically like if Gaethje and
Gaethje keeps the BMF if he loses.
No. What happens was let's say it was the BMF and that against Islam, and then let's say Gaethje defended him or got the title and defended it, but there was a mandatory and Islam wanted a rematch, and there was a mandatory like the number one contender was next. They would strip Gaethje of the BMF and just give it to the mandatory.
They're like, all right, Bobby Green's looking like a BMF.
So and then it was because the rematch clause basically. Okay. There's like a time frame for the belt for the.
I forgot about the mandatories and
so basically there's like a.
That's weird, bro.
There's a thing where the timing is so weird where it'll be undisputed for this fight. But if the rematch happens and Fury, the winner of the undisputed match, doesn't fight the mandatory and they decide to rematch, they're going to be stripped of the IBF one, and the second fight won't even be for undisputed.
Guys, we're gonna have a very cool episode. I think next week that's the Fury versus Ngannou week before so we'll talk about that. But if you guys enjoyed episode 51, drop a like, comment. Thank you guys for all the support. And yeah, we'll see you guys in episode 52.
Peace out.